Hey guys, Ripley Sartain from Wisconsin Wonder Gardens. I just wanted to show you guys this plant here. If you want to look it up, it's actually called Curly Dock. It was growing over by my compost container, and I just had a feeling that it was here for a reason, that it was edible, that I could use it for medicinal factors. And indeed it is. This is Curly Dock. If you want, you can just eat the younger leaves are the best to eat. You can cook them, you can boil them, you can eat them raw if you want, but they'll have a better taste if you cook them or boil them. Then the roots have some great medicinal factors as well. I couldn't list off all of the benefits right off my head, but if you guys have a plant that looks like this, if you notice, the leaves have this curly pattern to it, and you can tell by the way that these leaves have the vein formations on them. That's how to identify this as Curly Dock. So go ahead, take a look online if you have something like this growing around your house. Don't pick it right away. Like I said, me and one of my buddies, we recently went out on basically a forage out in the forest, and going to try and find a bunch of edibles, because we really believe that there is no such thing as a weed, and that all plants are used to be benefit in some way, shape, or form. So this is Curly Dock. What I'm going to do is harvest some of these leaves here, and then I will cook them up, and I'll show you guys a picture of what that looks like once it's all boiled. Actually, I'm not going to boil it. I'm going to kind of cook it, like saute it like I would if it were spinach almost. So I'm going to harvest some of this, then show you guys what it looks like, and then give my first reviews of what it actually tastes like, because I have no idea what I'm in for. So I'm inside now, and these are the Curly Dock that I harvested. This is ideally what the leaf is going to look like when it is the best to eat, will have the best taste. But anybody who knows me knows that I'm not afraid to try these bad boys. So let's put them up on a pan, and then I'll cook them up for you guys. And while I do that, I'm going to list off some of the medicinal values that this plant has. Look over at eattheinvaders.org, we can see Curly Dock leaves are high in beta-carotene, vitamin C, and zinc. The seeds are rich in calcium and fiber, while low in protein and fat. If you want to head over to this website, eattheinvaders.org, they have a ton of really good information on different plants that you can use in your daily life that you probably have no idea about. And they also have animals as well: green crabs, bullfrogs, common carp, snakehead, things of the such. But if you go over here as well, Global Healing Center, we can see that it says traditionally the yellow dock has been thought to be a blood purifier, general detoxifier, especially for the liver. The herb, properly known as Rumix crispus, supports detoxification from a few angles. First off, yellow dock root stimulates bile production, which helps digestion, particularly of fats. Yellow dock root can stimulate a bowel movement to help remove lingering waste from your intestinal tract. I know so many of us need to cleanse our systems, and this is a good plant for that. It also increases the frequency of urination to assist in toxin elimination. Maintaining an efficient rate of waste elimination can help prevent toxins from accumulating in your liver, the gallbladder, and the bloodstream, and circumvent the associated problems. Now, many herbalist teachers say that the way a plant is shaped, formed, the way it looks, the shades of colors that it puts on can give very good clues of what parts of the body it can be used in. So if you take a look at this constant curl, this waving formation, what does that almost resemble? The intestines, the digestive tract. So we can see that Mother Nature has given us a clue to its use, and that is confirmed by the articles that we just read. So again, this is curly dock. If you want to take a closer look of it, go ahead and give it a Google. You can eat the leaves, the roots, the seeds can be made into crackers, breads. They can be used basically as a grain. So it's a very, very helpful plant, a beneficial plant, and as you can see here, cook it up like spinach, you can boil it, you can do all sorts of things with it. You can see this is made into kale chips. So that's curly dock. Now let's go back to the cooking and see the progress that we've made. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try a little bit of it just like this, not fully cooked. I mean, yes, it's fully cooked, but there's also a way you can make this into a paste. So just by cooking it longer. So I'm going to try some of it right now, and then I'm going to cook about another half of it long enough to where it's turned into a paste, and then I will enjoy it with a piece of bread or toast or something like that. So I'll leave that cook on there longer. Let's see what this tastes like. Fingers crossed. All right, my very first taste of curly dock. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Wow. Let me eat some more of this stock and see what that tastes like too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's got like this lemony kind of a taste to it, but it's very, very good lemon taste. Oh, unfortunately you can't eat a ton of this because it has, what's it? I think calcium oxalatives or something like that. So if you eat a ton of it, it's the same way like spinach. If you eat too much of it, you can get kidney stones from it. But eating it in moderation, I would say like once a week, totally cool. So this is gonna be the new thing on my table from here on out. Definitely really good. So let's go and see what that paste looks like now. So perhaps I need to cook it longer, but it hasn't really turned into a paste yet. But I'm okay with that, so I'm gonna eat it just like this, but this time I'm gonna put it over like a piece of wheat bread and eat it just like that. So good. I'm gonna just leave it by itself because the taste is awesome. So I put a little bit of crushed black pepper on here, a little bit of salt as well, and I'm gonna enjoy it just like this. For something that is called a weed, I would have to agree wholeheartedly that this is the best weed that I have ever tried in my whole life. And if you have any of these in your backyard, before ripping it out, I would definitely say make some food out of it. Use it for what nature intended it for. You know, when I put a picture of this up on a few Facebook pages asking what people thought it was, and all of them said, rip it down, rip it down, rip it down. Take it out, it's weed. And then a couple people said, oh, I think that's curly dock. Take a look at it. So I looked up curly dock, it was curly dock. And for anybody who said, oh, it's just a weed, rip it out. Hey, this is your lesson learned. There's no such thing as a weed. You just didn't look deep enough into the plant to figure out what it was truly for. And this curly dock is definitely for eating. It's Ripley Sartain with Wisconsin Wonder Garden. Thank you so much for watching. Go out and find some curly dock. If you have cattle, horses, sheep, chickens, and curly dock is out there, it is toxic to herds like that. So take it out and eat it for yourself, but make sure it's not in your land with the grazing animals. So that's a place to go and look for it, because it's got to be taken out anyways. Otherwise it can be found growing almost anywhere. So thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.